This is the second and final part of a series where we explore Sarek National Park in northern Sweden. If you haven't watched part 1 yet, I suggest doing that before watching this video. Today we are headed into Valley Rapadalen. We are hoping to see some interesting montane birch forest. We have entered the montane birch forest. We just found, I think it's called Trametes cinnabarinus on birch.
Yes, so here we have Trametes cinnabarinus. We found it under a birch log. It's very red.
We wanted to find Tyromyces kmeti here, but unfortunately we couldn't find it. Maybe it's over there. So we are in this herb-rich alpine heath, and Tore found several plants of Botrychium lunaria. Here it is, a very small plant next to a box of matches for reference. This species is red listed as near threatened in Sweden. We are now heading back to Kvikkjokk, and we are taking a shortcut over this plateau up here.
Var den högsta stenen här före snön? Gud vad kul.
se när den flyger framförallt och den har överskött.
Jag har fortfarande kollat.
So after 7 days of hiking, we are now back at the Kvikkjokk station. And today we are doing an excursion in Kayok nature reserve, which follows the river here, just north of Kvikkjokk. So the nature reserve follows the river here. On this spruce we have a lot of a discomycete called Pseudographis pinicola. All these small black dots here on the bark. It has an orange hymenium, but most of the fruit bodies here are closed. And this species indicates old growth spruce forests. And it is red listed as near threatened in Sweden. There's some really nice pine logs in this area and large dead standing pines. Tore just found a really rare species. It's a perennial polypore called Osmoporus protractus that grows on decorticated pine logs, only in really nice old growth forests. It doesn't really look like much. We found more of Sceltocutis odora and Rhodophomes roseus on this spruce log. Here we have Sceltocutis odora. And on the other side here we have Rhodophomes roseus. Here we have another species on spruce bark. This is Hypogymnia bitteri. It's red listed as near threatened in Sweden and grows on the bark of old spruce trees. And it's really dark brown in color, in contrast to the common Hypogymnia physodes, which is probably the most common lichen in Sweden, which has a pale whitish phallus. That's it for this video series. I hope you all enjoyed watching and learned some new species. As a last thing, I want to show you a couple of localities we visited on our way back home to central Sweden. The first was a roadside where we looked at a known record of Carex rhynchophysa, a sedge with large leaves and large female spikelets. The second locality was a rich and moist spruce forest with many rare fungi such as Pycnoporellus albolutius, a critically endangered polypore with few localities in Sweden and in Europe overall.